Welcome to Chanakya, where you get the right guidance at the right time. We have a situation from Jessica today, one which has often been encountered by Scrum Masters. Let's explore this with our experts, JV and SK. Jessica started the project as a Scrum Master with a team of 9 members, including 6 developers, 1 business analyst and 2 quality analysts. The team runs bi-weekly sprints. At the end of the 8th sprint, she had a review meeting with Mithali, her delivery manager. Mithali pointed out that there are no visible improvements in the team's performance. She listed out a few examples. Specifically, velocity has not improved, number of bugs on completed story cards is increasing, technical debt list is growing, identified parking lot items are not addressed. After the meeting, Jessica was wondering why there are no visible improvements in spite of following all the Scrum practices like daily Scrum, sprint planning, sprint showcases, retrospectives and unit tests without fail. So JV and SK, thanks for joining. And any thoughts on what Jessica and Mithali should do?
Yeah, first of all, I'm kind of taken aback by this whole situation. Both Jessica and her manager seem to be unaware of the fact that there are issues, and it has taken 8 sprints for them to actually do this review, right? So fundamentally, there seems to be a misunderstanding in terms of what they follow versus what results that they are supposed to give. Right? In this situation, I think I have a feeling that Jessica needs a basic understanding on agile Scrum philosophy, some training in that area, basic philosophy coaching.
I would probably add with Jessica doing it for the first time as a Scrum Master, Mithali could have helped her identify how to identify symptoms, how to smell it early.
So that's something to ponder. So JV and SK, could you please share some thoughts on on the symptoms that you talked about and any techniques to identify them?
Yeah, maybe I'll go with the symptoms part. I think you need to look at some of the basic agile ceremonies for looking at some of the symptoms. If you really look at things like stand-up meetings, people not coming to the stand-up meeting on time, or people not speaking up or bringing out issues in the stand-up, right? That's one way to figure out stand-ups are not going really well. If you look at a planning meeting, typically a planning meeting can actually be driven by the Scrum Master, with him or her assigning tasks to people rather than people volunteering for it, right? Like the push versus the pull kind of stuff, right? Or if you take retrospectives, people not speaking up. They don't want to bring up controversial issues during a retrospective. So those are some of the symptoms. If you look at a technical side, technical debt list is growing is what they're saying here in this situation, right? People not really volunteering or being proactive in fixing technical debt list issues, or if defects are caught in the regression testing as opposed to unit testing. From a technical side, these are some symptoms that actually will give you an idea that things are not really going well.
I like that. I like what you said about pull and push, how that works. So now we know, we got some ideas of the symptoms. For Jessica to work on a solution, could you elaborate on some of the underlying causes that could be resulting in these symptoms?
Yeah, sure. So if you look at from team composition, say people, either we don't have right mix of people with enough agile experience as well as experience to handle things, so that if they have experience, they would have brought it up earlier. During the Scrum meetings or during the retrospectives, they would have brought it up. When people don't speak up, these things are unaddressed and it builds up over a period. And on the technical side, if you look at, if the stories are not written correctly, if the acceptance criteria is not right, those bugs are caught later. Developers keep developing and they are caught later in the cycle. That is waste of time, and that should have been prevented. And there could be attitude issues sometimes on the individual front. So those are the things that had to be addressed.
Well, that's interesting. So it could be a combination, right? Could be management issues, could be team environment issues, could be individual issues as well as technical issues. So it's a combination, I guess, right? So these are useful insights. So what should Mithali and Jessica do?
So first of all, Mithali should set clear expectation with Jessica. Should say that, to tell her what is that should expect, and have a regular feedback one-on-ones with her, and also give her indications whenever she finds something. And instead of waiting for long reviews, etc., should intervene early. How could do that and help her do that correctly. And also Mithali should help finding team right composition of the team, and if there are people attitude issues etc., she should step in and help. She addressing it than Jessica would help. And then with the management also, management should understand there could be a slowdown initially when team starts agile, especially when it is run by an not so experienced agile scrum master. They should provide that support and be prepared and set that expectation. That would help.
So one of the things that I have seen is in most of these agile implementations, there is no sync up between the practices that are being followed and the core agile values and philosophy. People are doing it in a mechanical way, right? And this is true right from the team level to the management level. Very often management thinks it's a team responsibility to implement agile, but management is not agile themselves, right? So there is a need for ensuring that from top right down to the team level, individual level, there is a sync up in terms of what agile core philosophy and values are and how do they link up to practices. I think it's extremely important that the whole organization looks at it from a overall transformation perspective rather than look at it as a team level practice.
And having some experienced coach playing as a mentor would help.
Helps as well, yeah. I think that it's funny, isn't it, how everything eventually comes down to values and principles in Agile. If you get that right across the organization, things seem to work very well. Yeah. So what's the bottom line?
Yeah, I can't agree with you, more on the values and principles part. But to summarize the core 3 or 4 things that we discussed in terms of a bottom line in this situation, I think the first thing that SK alluded to was a team formation. So you need to make sure that the team has a right mix of skills, right mix of background, experience, people who have an agile kind of mentality, people who are courageous enough to bring out issues and things like that. I think the second thing is there needs to be an early intervention. I think in this case, Jessica and Mithali have prolonged it for too long. 8 sprints is too long for you to really discover issues. So there is a need for an early intervention. The early intervention can actually start with even a training, training on core philosophy, values, agile principles, and so on and so forth. And also having somebody understand what the results that you can expect from implementing agile. For example, things like velocity or burn down, the fact that it can keep going up and down in the initial stages, there needs to be an education on that, right? And only a coach can help in this case. And third, for sustainability, if this whole implementation has to be a sustained affair, then there needs to be a coach, a mentor who can actually help both at a team level as well as at an individual level, right? I mean, Scrum Master level and the team level, so that they are able to actually get to understand the linkage between values, philosophy, and the practices. I think it's important to do that.
Thank you, JV. I think that's a great summary, actually. So thank you both, anyway, for sharing your thoughts. I'm sure Scrum Masters like Jessica will find these experiential insights very, very useful. Thank you.